All right, folks, before we get into today's content, I just wanted to let you know that what we're about to talk about is a very unique product, and it's something that I honestly don't know how long it's going to stay around on the market. So, if it's something that you think that you might be interested in, I would definitely recommend checking it out and make sure that you order one for yourself now before any craziness starts happening and before our government potentially decides that, they don't care about you and they want to make this stuff illegal. But for now, it's 100% legal, and I'll leave you there with that. Let's get into today's content. Hey there, folks, and it's Brian with Foxfire Armory today, and today I want to share an amazing new product and service with you. And that product is the Jase case from Jase Medical. One of the number one killers of all people prior to modern medicine and during most emergency situations is infection. Antibiotics have helped to save millions, if not billions, of people since their introduction. Now, before we get into the Jase case and Jase Medical, let me tell you that what we're about to talk about is 100% legal. Now, it definitely seemed, when it was first introduced to me, a little on the shady, scammy side, but I can assure you it is 100% legal, and it is a product that I think is going to be a game changer in the space. So a little backstory on Jase Medical. It was founded by Sean Rowland, who is a board-certified family medical doctor. Essentially what the Jase case is it is a preparation stockpile of antibiotics. The prescriptions will be filled by real doctors through a licensed pharmacy. Using the Teledoc network, you will be able to communicate with a doctor, go through your medical history, and then what they'll be able to do is prescribe an emergency use kit of antibiotics for you. And they're planning on releasing also life-saving medications like your standard heart medications, anything that would be a non-opioid. So keep that in mind. Right now it's only antibiotics, but they do plan on offering other medications as a part of the Jase case. So you might be asking yourself, how long do antibiotics last? Well, the typical lifespan that they're going to put on the bottle is 2 to 3 years. But studies have shown that the efficacy will remain about 90% for most medications, antibiotics included, for up to 20 years. Now, this was a study done by the FDA for the U.S. Army, since they had a stockpile of antibiotics and other medications that they didn't just want to throw away. It was probably millions, if not billions of dollars worth of medications. And like I said, this was verified by the FDA as a study done for the U.S. Army. All right, so now for a look at the actual Jase case. So what you'll get, and I apologize for the audio because I'm standing behind the microphone right now, but it's the best way I can do this for you guys. What you'll get is this actual case, right? This is the Jase case from Jase Medical. And it's got a nice little carry handle, a couple outer pockets here, so you got a nice little pocket on this side where you could add either extra meds, or if you wanted to actually set this up as a kind of grab-to-go case and throw some boo-boo kits in here or whatever, throw some Band-Aids on this side in the front pocket, some super glue, sutures, I forget what you call them, the zip sutures, whatever you felt like you would need to put in there. Then, for the sweet spot here. So, you get the erythromycin here. This is going to be your, like I said, your 250 with your 6. And then you have all the other ones here, all the other 4 right here. And that's what comes in your case. And that's basically all this is. This is, zip this up, put it in a nice, dry place, cool, not overly hot, not overly cold. And it's basically just going to sit there. And in case of emergency, and in case of any sort of disaster situation, this could be something that you just grab and go. Simple as that, right? Zip it up. It's got the nice handle. Grab it, yank it, go. So it's really all I got to show you guys for now. I think this is a great kit, and we'll keep going from there. So why am I telling you about this product? Well, right now with the supply chain issues that we're currently seeing, the shortages we're seeing, and just the overall issues in the economy right now, this product to me is going to be a game changer. When we have lockdowns, when we have issues with trucker shortages, driver shortages, whatever shortages, whatever worker shortages, whatever we got going on, you never know where that's going to hit, what industry that's going to hit. And medications are one of those things that for many of Americans, many of people around the world, they take these medications daily. I think it's something like 60% of all Americans are on a daily medication for some chronic disease or illness. I, for one, am a firm believer on it is better to have and not need than to need and not have. And this is just one of those products that falls right in that category. So Jase Medical offers one case per person per year. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but just remember this is not designed to be a primary source of antibiotics. This is designed to be an emergency supply to have on hand in case of some sort of emergency. Now, I'll have to check with them to find out for sure. Now, I don't know if that means one per household or if that is legitimately one per person. So one for you, one for your wife, and maybe if you have kids, if you can get one for the kids. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work exactly. But like I said, I'll leave some information for you guys in the description. And you can read through everything that they have on their website, especially if you're interested in getting one of these cases. So the 5 medications you're going to receive, and I'm going to have to read these off my list here because obviously these are not the easiest thing to read, but it's going to be erythromycin. You're going to get 250 milligrams, and that's 6 tablets. So like I said, it's not like this is going to be a replace every doctor visit type of deal, but this would be in case of emergency. If you need to use that, you use it up, call, get it refilled, that type of deal. The primary goal here is this is a emergency kit, right? This is not designed to be your primary source of getting your antibiotics. That should be done through your primary physician, and you should continue to do so until we have a grid down or SHTF scenario. So the second one on the list is going to be the Doxycycline, and that's 100 milligrams, and you get 120 tablets with that one. Now, as someone who's gotten sinus infections way more than I probably should have, I am very familiar with a lot of these medications on this list. And for someone like myself, if the grid did go down, if I was unable to get to a doctor's office or a pharmacy or even a teledoc, prime example would be what happened in Kentucky where the tornadoes came through. Something like this would have probably been invaluable to many of the people there. So third one on the list, Moxicillin, everyone's familiar with that one. You get 28 tablets with that. The fourth one is Cipro. Ciprofloxacin. I'm going to butcher these names because they're very hard to pronounce. That's 500 milligrams, 28 tablets with that. And then the oh my God, these are so hard to pronounce. Metronidazole, 500 milligrams, and you get 20 or 30 tablets with that one. So you get 5 different types. They're going to, different ones are going to be used for different situations, whether it's an infection, sinus infection, kidney infection, bladder infection. So the kit does come with a guidebook. And like I said, it gives you access to the pharmacy physicians and the board certified doctors to communicate through teledoc if you have any questions on any of these medications. And like I said, again, this is 100% legal. So again, I'm going to harken back to this is not designed to be your primary source of antibiotics. This should only be used in an emergency situation if you have no other option. And hopefully we don't run into a situation where you're going to have to dip into these, but like I said, better to need and not, or better to have and not need than need and not have. So medical supplies and things like antibiotics, if we were to ever see some sort of grid down SHTF scenario, they're going to be worth their weight in gold. And personally, I think this product is going to be a game changer. From simple disasters like what we saw in Kentucky with the tornadoes, to someone who is an avid hunter who goes on overnight hunts and is hiking through the mountains, and it's a day trip just to hike into where they're going. The Jase case realistically could mean the difference between life and death when it comes to some sort of situation that would require antibiotics. So I would highly recommend for you guys to go check out the website. I'll leave a link in the description below, and just do some research on them. If you're interested, if seems like a product and service that you would like to check out, go check out the website. You can reach out to them. They're extremely helpful, very friendly, and they'll give you any and all the information that you could possibly need. Especially with all the supply chain disruptions and everything we're seeing today, we really just don't know what's going to happen. And things like the grid down that we saw in Texas last year with the storms, you really just never know. You don't know what's happening. You don't know what's going to happen. And just having the security knowing you have these on hand if something were to happen and you were in desperate need of them, and you don't have to wait 2-3 weeks to get to the doctor and get your prescription filled. So lastly, I'm going to let you guys know I did get a discount code for you guys if you're interested in trying the Jase case and checking out the website. All the links will be in the description below. Hope you enjoyed the content, and until next time, this is Brian with Foxfire Armory.